Howdy, this is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Tristan Wink, coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas. And today I'm joined with Richard. Richard's traveling all the way down from about an hour north of Houston, so a little bit of a trip for you today. Not too bad though, as far as some crack addicts have come today. Richard's a self-proclaimed crack addict. He's been watching our YouTube videos for a while now. He just got back from a long flight from Africa, so he was dealing with some upper thoracic and neck issues that were going off into both shoulders, as well as some numbness into the hands, specifically the C6 dermatome. He's also been dealing with some mid-back tightness or stiffness, and again, that's probably compensating from what you're dealing with above and below, that stiff, tight feeling that you're getting in that mid-thoracic region, as well as some low back pain that's also traveling down into that left leg, into the calf, which is the S1 dermatome. So, Mr. Richard, we've already gone through your detailed history and exam here. Was that detailed, by the way?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you share for the crack addicts out there how your experience has been so far with the history and exam that you've received here versus the other chiropractors that you were telling me about?
Oh, it was very thorough, and none of the other chiropractors have ever done near that extensive history, you know. So
they kind of just check you here, check you there, lay you down, snap, crackle, pop, get on out of there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. Come back next week.
Right, and that's what got you in our office, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, let's show the crack addicts how we do it here, okay?
All right.
All right. So this is Richard's first visit here. If you take one tiny step forward towards the mirror for me. Good, and then close those eyes, and bend your head all the way forward, all the way backwards, and back to neutral. Good. We've already done all these, and I've already made all my notes here, but I'm just going to show the YouTube audience at home here. I've already pointed this out to Richard. That head is forward, that's why this ear is out over in front of this clavicle instead of over the shoulder where it should be. Now, I know Richard's a side sleeper as well because his head's forward to the right, which is why his right arm looks longer than his left. It's not actually, it's just because that head's forward, which is rounding this right shoulder forward, which makes that hand look a little bit longer as well. You can also tell here that we have a lot of room on the left-hand side of his pelvis, not as much room on this right-hand side, so his pelvis is also translated to the right. So we're showing you those things now so we can take a look after the visit today, all right? So I have you go face down into this paper for me, Richard. With all of our new patients, we always start with the BioPhysics adjustment first because I want to get a feel for their ligamentous and musculature stability before we put him on the ring dinger table. And in this position, he's short on the right by about 1/4 of an inch. As I bring him up though, it gets longer and that tightens up in that low back and pelvis, doesn't it, Richard?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Remember how that feels now, and then we're going to test it again after the adjustments, okay? All right, you're going to feel this table drop out from underneath you. You ever been adjusted on one of these big fancy drop tables before?
No, sir.
No, sir. All right, I'll show you a couple things then. So you're going to feel this table popping up underneath you. I know you've seen all the videos, but I want you to feel it first. So it's going to pop up underneath you, and then I'm going to apply force through your spine, which is going to make that table drop out. And that's not you making that noise, that's just the table, okay? All right. I'll loosen these drops just a touch. And you get the easy job today. All you got to do is breathe and relax, all right? I'm going to start on this right SI joint. Good. Good. Last one. Sacrum. Good. Last one here on the right. Perfect. A little deeper in person already, huh?
Oh, yeah.
L5. Oh yeah. It's a bit smart at first, just to give you a heads up. L3. 2 more here. L1. Oh yeah.
That's a lot deeper.
Yes, sir. Well, guess what? These legs are even now. And they stay even. That should feel easier, but you tell me.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Definitely.
And we just show you those pre and post findings just so not only will you be able to see the differences in the mirror and in your posture, but you'll be able to feel those differences as we're going throughout the treatment today as well. So have you take a nice deep breath in through that nose. All the way up. Oh yeah. I'll work all the way up this thoracic spine, okay? Yeah. Nice. Noisy all the way up, huh?
Yeah.
One more here. Nice deep breath in. There we go. All right, you're gonna feel that head popping up next, all right? Remember that forward head posture I showed you in the mirror? This is where we're gonna work on that, at least in this office. I'm also gonna show you some exercises today to help you when you're outside the office, okay? Good. Face up for me now, please, sir. How long you been watching our videos?
A pretty good while. three years maybe.
What thank you for being a crack at it. Good. Arms up to the side like a big old T. We get you to scoot down the table about an inch. Just want to make sure about a half inch more. Just gonna get those shoulders over the thoracic piece there. Loosen this a little bit. We're working on those AC joints first here. These clavicles. Good. Now if you relax those hands on your tummy for me, let this leg go like a limp rag. We're going to decompress you from the lower end first, okay? Yes, sir. Should have felt that from your knee all the way up into your hip, did you?
Oh, yeah. Good.
Same thing on this side. Oh yeah. All right, we're going to sit you up and face me now. Work on these shoulders next, okay? One of the things Mr. Richard was telling me during his history, when he was a kid, he took a compressive injury. He was diving into a pool. You relax that shoulder. Good. Diving into a pool, went through the water and you smacked your head on the bottom or the floor of the pool, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. He took a huge compressive injury there and you said you were sore for quite a while after that, huh?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. On these elbows now. I like your ink here too.
Thank you.
Yep. Yep. All right, 5 for 5, huh? Pretty good stats. Look at that, you're already moving before I even thrusted. Falling right into place.
I made sure I didn't do any popping before I came.
Well, crack addicts I know are appreciating that right now. We're gonna get the ultimate one now. So we're gonna go butt here, head up this way.
All right.
This is one you really came for, huh?
Yep, this is it.
And even in our history, you were expressing to me too, you just that compressed sensation, and when you watch these videos, you instinctually knew this is something you needed, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I felt that same way when I was sitting out there as a 19-year-old watching these videos for the first time. It's kind of crazy to think I'm in here making them now.
Yeah.
So have you scoot down towards me about half an inch, perfect right there. Maybe relax your hands up here on your chest so I don't pinch those arms there. Now this is going to be tight, and it should be. So I'm gonna have you scoot up to where this hip bone is underneath that cushion right there. Put the squeeze on you now, right? Right. Ride the roller coaster up. So you've seen a lot of these videos, but you've never had any sort of decompression technique, have you?
No, sir.
Your first one, huh? So a couple pointers here. I'll have you keep those teeth together. I don't want you to clench them together. Just touch them so that tongue doesn't get between there. Just take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Blow it all the way out. Wiggle your left big toe.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. Dang. Oh,
Deep
man.
breaths in through that nose, out through that mouth. Good. Couple more, just like that. That's a wow adjustment, huh?
Yes.
I know everyone wants to always see. He's still kicking. That's a home run, huh?
Oh, yeah. That was good stuff.
Yes, sir. You tilt to the right with me here. Right. This hair out of the way. Tilt right. I'm not gonna fight you on that one. Tilt left. A little more. There we go. All right. Now that is your first Johnson BioPhysics chiropractic adjustment. And your very first ring dinger.
All right.
We're gonna check that posture again next, okay? So maybe stand right here again, facing that mirror. Good. I'll have you close those eyes. You already see it, but we're gonna go through the same motion here just for the YouTube fans. All right, forward, backwards. Good. Back to neutral. Open those eyes now. where that head is. Look how much spacing we've opened up here between that pelvis too. You should feel taller right now, feel a little lighter even. I feel like you can breathe easier at this point too, huh?
Yes, sir.
As we make that decompression maneuver, it's also adjusting all 12 of those sets of those ribs. You got 24, 12 on each side, or 1 on each side. So I'm gonna have you go head forward here and relax these paraspinal muscles. You've probably seen this going on the video too, huh?
Yes, sir.
A little deeper now that you're here in the office.
Yeah.
Good. Now this is that homework. So it's 3 parts. Part 1 is gonna be shoulders up, all the way back. Good. I want you to squeeze those shoulder blades together and really flare those arms. Good. Part 2 is the most important, so I'm gonna help you here first on this one, okay? I want you to take this chin and go straight back to the wall behind you. And I want you to extend as far back as you can. The only time you'll hold this position is in the office right here when you're getting this adjustment done. Good, now relax. Now do the same thing where you just flex the head forwards and backwards. Should feel even easier this time.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that kink you had going into extension that first time? Not there anymore, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Looking a lot taller than when we put you in front of that mirror the first time. All right, Mr. Richard, this was your very first experience here at Advanced Chiropractic Relief. I want you to give me your honest opinion here compared to the other chiropractors and the other healthcare people that you've seen. How would you compare the treatments that you received in this office versus those that you've encountered?
This is way better. I'm saying, for the money, I mean, you can't beat it. I mean, because no other doctor does what you do.
Right, and I bet none of the other doctors sat down and went through the
Yeah,
same
they
history
don't
and
go through the
exam.
history,
And
they don't do none of
we
that.
want to find out anything and everything that's going on with you because we want to be able to track that and help you with it throughout
It's
the
always, let me give you 2 pops and come back see me next week.
Right. And as you know, we don't put patients on long-term treatment plans. I probably will want to see you back once next week just to make sure you've stabilized and you're doing well after your first adjustment. But then after that, you can just call or text Jasmine and get in when you feel like you need a tune-up.
All right, thank you.
All right. Well, I appreciate you letting me have the opportunity to work on you today. Anything else you want to say out there to the crack addicts before we head out?
Come,
All right.
come get it. That's it.
Well, this is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Tristan Wendt, coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas, and we'll see y'all soon.